There comes a point in life when the people around you, whether they are family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors, or even strangers, believe they have you all figured out. They study your patterns, think they know your reactions, and feel confident they can predict your every move. For some, this knowledge becomes a tool. They think they can use it to manipulate, deceive, or even intimidate you, expecting you to follow a familiar script. After all, most people, when faced with ubpressure or mind games, will react in predictable ways, through fear, submission, or simply by backing down. But what happens when you break away from their expectations? What happens when, in that critical moment, you stand your ground unshaken and refuse to play along? This is the story of your strength, resilience, and profound wisdom. When the world thought it had the upper hand, you revealed your true power, not through confrontation, but through clarity, composure, and conviction. You didn't let them manipulate your emotions or dictate your path. Instead, you showed them that you are not someone who can be easily influenced or controlled. You are a person of purpose, guided by a vision that surpasses their limited understanding. And this, my friend, is what sets you apart. It's what makes you unstoppable. Imagine the look of surprise on their faces when, instead of reacting with fear or submission, you respond with calm strength. They thought they had outsmarted you. They were confident you would fold under the pressure. But in that moment, you defied their expectations. You didn't stumble, you didn't fall into their trap, and you certainly didn't back down. Instead, you displayed an inner strength they never anticipated, a resilience that threw them off balance. For those who rely on manipulation and control, this is a shock to their system. They are used to being in command, orchestrating outcomes to suit their desires. But when you didn't react the way they expected, it left them frustrated, powerless, and unsettled. Suddenly, they are no longer in control, and they don't know how to handle it. They are so accustomed to playing their games and winning that encountering someone like you, a person who won't play by their rules, leaves them scrambling for a new strategy. This is where the real power lies. In that moment of calm, when you refuse to be rattled, you are not just winning a battle, you are changing the entire game. You are showing them and yourself that you are far more than they ever gave you credit for. It's important to understand why some people behave this way. Manipulation is a tool often used by those who feel powerless in other areas of their lives. They seek control over others because it gives them a false sense of security and dominance. When they can predict and manipulate your reactions, they feel powerful. They convince themselves that they are smarter, craftier, and more in control than anyone else. But here's the truth. Their power is an illusion. It only works when people play along, when individuals allow themselves to be deceived or intimidated. The moment you refuse to follow their script, the facade crumbles. Their tactics lose their effectiveness because they are rooted in insecurity, not real strength. These people are not as clever as they believe themselves to be. They thrive on controlling others because they are afraid of losing control themselves. When you step outside of their grasp, it terrifies them. You've become the one thing they can't predict, the variable they can't control. And that's when you start to see their true colors. The desperation, the frustration, the fear. One of the greatest gifts you possess is your ability to see through the games people play. While others may be blinded by charm, flattery, or intimidation, you have the clarity of vision to recognize manipulation for what it truly is. You understand that people who attempt to deceive or control are operating from a place of fear, and you refuse to let their fear dictate your path. You've likely experienced moments where others underestimated you. Perhaps they mistook your kindness for weakness, your patience for ignorance, or your silence for submission. But in reality, you were simply observing, allowing them to reveal their intentions while you quietly prepared your next move. This ability to see beyond the surface, to recognize the true motivations behind people's actions, is what makes you so formidable. While others are easily swayed by appearances, you trust your intuition. You know that your inner guidance is sharper than any external force. and you use it to navigate through life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Manipulators often resort to gaslighting when their initial attempts to control you fail. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic in which they try to make you doubt your own perceptions and reality. They'll tell you that you're overreacting, being too sensitive, or misinterpreting their actions. They may even accuse you of imagining things that aren't real, all in an effort to make you question your own judgment. But here's where your strength shines again. You don't let their words distort your truth. You've learned to trust yourself deeply, to rely on your inner compass rather than the opinions of others. Even when faced with gaslighting, you stand firm in your knowledge of what is right and true. This doesn't mean you never experience doubt or second-guess yourself. After all, gaslighting is designed to shake your confidence. But over time, you've built a solid foundation of self-awareness and discernment. You know how to check in with your intuition, to ground yourself in your inner wisdom, and to dismiss the false narratives that others try to impose on you. The moment you realize that you are not obligated to follow anyone's script but your own is the moment you break free from the cycle of control. This is a powerful realization, one that changes the course of your life. When you stop seeking approval from those who wish to manipulate you, you reclaim your autonomy. You become the author of your own story, and no one else gets to dictate how it unfolds. You've chosen a different path. Instead of succumbing to fear or intimidation, you've embraced your power and your purpose. You understand that your worth is not defined by how well you fit into someone else's narrative. You are here to walk your own journey, to fulfill your own calling, and to rise above the limitations that others try to place on you. In doing so, you've not only liberated yourself, but you've also inspired others. Your courage, your resilience, and your determination serve as a beacon of light for those who are still trapped in the web of manipulation. You show them that it's possible to break free, to stand tall, and to rise above the fear that holds so many people back. It's no surprise that those who once sought to control you now find themselves deeply frustrated. They are used to winning, used to bending others to their will. But with you, they've encountered something entirely different. Someone who refuses to be dominated, someone who can't be swayed by cheap tricks or mind games. Your presence challenges their sense of superiority. They see you as a threat because you don't conform to their expectations. You don't allow them to manipulate you, and this drives them crazy. In their eyes, you've become an obstacle, an immovable force that they can't outsmart or overpower. This realization leaves them feeling small, insecure, and powerless. They've built their identity around their ability to control others, and when they can't control you, it shakes them to their core. They may try harder to bring you down, but each attempt only makes them more frustrated. Deep down, they know they've met their match, and it's a humbling experience for them. The reason you continue to rise despite the efforts of others to hold you back is simple. You are driven by a higher purpose. Your journey is not defined by the fleeting desires of others, nor by the shallow games of manipulation and control that so many get caught up in. Instead, you are guided by a vision, a divine calling that has been etched into the very fabric of your soul. This vision pulls you forward, encouraging you to grow, to evolve, and to move ever closer to the fulfillment of your true destiny. No matter the obstacles you encounter, you remain steadfast, knowing that these challenges are mere stepping stones on your path to greatness. While others are consumed by jealousy, envy, or a desire for power, you remain focused on your goals. These distractions cannot sway you because you understand something much deeper. Your purpose transcends the trivial concerns of those who would attempt to tear you down. You see beyond the superficial. You are not here to engage in petty rivalries or to feed into the toxic cycles of competition. Instead, you are here to make a real difference, to fulfill the sacred mission that has been entrusted to you by the divine, and to leave an indelible mark on the world, one that ripples out and touches countless lives. This is what makes you unstoppable. Your strength is not drawn from external validation or fleeting achievements, but from within, from that deep, unshakable connection to your soul's mission. You move through life with a quiet, powerful confidence because you know exactly who you are. You are not easily swayed by the opinions of others, nor are you deterred by temporary setbacks or the criticisms that may come your way. Instead, you stay focused on your purpose, aware that each step you take is divinely guided. You know where you're going, and you understand why you are here. This clarity of purpose acts as your North Star, leading you through even the most turbulent of storms. When others become lost or distracted, you remain focused, grounded in the knowledge that your journey is sacred, and that nothing and no one can take away the destiny that is meant for you. You are not just moving through life. You are ascending, rising higher with every challenge you overcome, with every lesson you learn, and with every act of love, kindness, and purpose that you put into the world. What truly sets you apart from those who try to manipulate or control you is not just your intelligence, but your wisdom. Intelligence, while valuable, is often focused on strategy, problem-solving, and the ability to outmaneuver others in situations of conflict or competition. It enables you to see through the tactics of those who attempt to deceive or undermine you, and it allows you to stay one step ahead in their games. But wisdom, which you possess in abundance, elevates you beyond the need to engage in those games at all. While intelligence can win battles, wisdom frees you from the war entirely. Wisdom is rooted in a higher understanding of life, one that recognizes that true fulfillment does not come from outsmarting others or proving your superiority. Instead, it comes from growth, compassion, and the pursuit of higher truth. You have come to realize that life is not about winning at the expense of others or constantly seeking validation through competition. Instead, your focus is on evolving as a person, expanding your capacity for love, kindness, and empathy, and aligning yourself with the deeper spiritual truths that transcend the material world. In the past, you may have encountered individuals who tried to bring you down through manipulation, deceit, or control. These people operate from a place of fear and insecurity, often projecting their own unresolved pain onto others. They believe that by controlling those around them, they can somehow gain power or shield themselves from their own vulnerabilities. But you, with your wisdom, can see through this. You understand that their behavior is not truly about you. It's a reflection of the inner battles they are fighting, battles with their own self-worth, fears, and unresolved traumas. This insight allows you to respond not with anger or resentment, but with compassion. You recognize that those who seek to hurt or control others are often suffering themselves. They are trapped in cycles of fear and insecurity, trying desperately to maintain a sense of power because they feel powerless within. Instead of retaliating or holding grudges, you choose to rise above. You respond with kindness and understanding, knowing that their actions come from a place of deep pain. This doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. On the contrary, you have strong boundaries and a clear sense of self-respect. But you've also realized that holding on to resentment or bitterness only weighs you down. By forgiving those who have wronged you, you free yourself from the negativity that could otherwise cloud your heart and mind. As you move forward on your journey, life will undoubtedly present you with more challenges. This is an inevitable part of growth. There will always be moments designed to test your strength, to stretch your patience, and to sharpen your resolve. You will encounter people who don't understand your vision, who may even try to undermine your efforts or distract you from your purpose. These individuals often act from a place of insecurity, jealousy, or fear. They may not realize it, but their actions are more about their own limitations than they are about you. Yet their presence in your life serves a deeper purpose. They are there to push you, to test your boundaries, and to make sure that your commitment to your path is as strong as it needs to be. Each challenge is like a refining fire, burning away what no longer serves you and molding you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. There will also be situations that test your mental and emotional fortitude, moments when you feel stretched thin and unsure of how to proceed. Life's complexities can sometimes feel overwhelming, as if you are being pulled in multiple directions at once. In these times, doubt may creep in, doubt in your abilities, in the path you've chosen, and even in your ability to persevere. But it's in these very moments that your inner strength will shine brightest. These periods of uncertainty are not signs that you are off track, but rather, they are opportunities for growth. They are a reminder that the path to greatness is not always smooth or straightforward. It is often winding, filled with obstacles that are there to teach you lessons that will be invaluable later on. Through it all, you will continue to rise. This is not just a statement of encouragement. It is a truth that has been proven time and time again by your past actions. You've already demonstrated an extraordinary resilience that sets you apart from many. You've encountered hardships before, faced moments of doubt, and endured situations where others may have faltered. But not you. You possess a core of inner strength that refuses to be broken. You may bend under pressure, but you do not break. You may stumble, but you always rise again. This resilience is a testament to your character, to the depths of your determination, and to the divine purpose that fuels your journey. In moments where others see only obstacles, you see opportunities. Where others might be stopped in their tracks, you find a way to move forward. This resourcefulness is one of your greatest gifts. You have the ability to assess a situation, to see beyond the immediate difficulties and to find creative solutions. When life throws you a curveball, you don't panic. Instead, you calmly adjust your strategy and navigate through the complexities with grace and wisdom. You understand that no challenge is insurmountable, and you approach each obstacle with the confidence that you will emerge stronger on the other side. This is why, no matter what comes your way, you will not be defeated. Adversity is not something you fear. It's something you've come to expect as a natural part of the process of becoming. Rather than seeing challenges as barriers, you view them as stepping stones on your path to greatness. You recognize that each difficulty you face is there to teach you something valuable, to help you grow in ways you might not have otherwise, and to prepare you for even greater success in the future. With every challenge you overcome, you deepen your understanding of yourself, of life, and of your purpose. Remember, your path is not one of stagnation or conformity. It is a path of continuous growth, one that requires you to constantly evolve, to shed old layers, and to embrace new levels of understanding. You are not here to meet the expectations of others. You are not here to fit into the mold that society, family, or your peers may try to place upon you. You are here to break free from those constraints, to follow the calling of your soul, and to pursue the higher purpose that has been uniquely entrusted to you. In the end, the greatest lesson you've learned is that your power comes from within. No one can take it from you, and no one can diminish it unless you allow them to. You are the master of your own destiny, guided by a higher purpose that transcends the trivial games people play. So continue to embrace your power. Continue to live your truth. Keep shining your light, no matter how much it unsettles those who wish to control you. For in doing so, you are not only honoring yourself, you are also showing the world what it means to truly live with purpose, strength, and integrity. Your journey is far from over. You are destined to keep climbing higher, to keep growing, and to continue outsmarting anyone who tries to stand in your way. This is your path, and no one can take it from you. Keep rising, keep shining, and never forget, you are unstoppable. If this message has inspired or uplifted you in any way, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you can stay connected and continue receiving more empowering content. Your support means everything to us, and together, we can keep spreading light and truth.